Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Life isn't easy. Every day we face obstacles and challenges, and sometimes people who seem intent on pulling us down. It's almost as though some individuals are always around trying to take us off our course, draining us, feeding off our energy and joy, leaving us questioning our worth, our purpose. These people, these toxic influences, whether they are family, friends, colleagues, or acquaintances, come in all shapes, sizes, and disguises. They can be subtle or loud, and their actions can feel like a weight around our necks, slowing our progress and affecting our mental, emotional, and sometimes even physical well-being. But here's the truth, and you need to hear it. You have the power to rise above them. You have the power to decide how much influence these toxic individuals will have on you. You don't have to carry their baggage. You don't have to let their negativity become yours. It all starts with realizing that the only thing you can control is how you react, how you respond, how you choose to rise above it all. One thing I've learned in life is that toxic people are like clouds. They may cast a shadow on your day, but that shadow doesn't last forever, and neither do they if you don't let them. They can only bring you down if you let them. Your peace, your growth, your purpose, they cannot take that from you unless you allow them to. So today I want to talk about how to deal with these toxic people, how to handle the negativity they bring, how to shield yourself from their harm, and most importantly, how to grow stronger in the face of their attempts to bring you down. Let me break this down because I believe the first step to rising above the toxic people in your life is realizing that you deserve better. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up, who inspire you, and who encourage you to grow. But in order to create that environment, you've got to learn how to deal with those who would rather see you fail. You've got to face them head on and refuse to let them dictate your life. There's a misconception in life that if you cut out negative people, you're being harsh or that you're abandoning them. But here's the thing, cutting out negativity doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough about yourself to protect your peace. And in order to live your life fully, you have to be willing to do that. You've got to be willing to cut out what isn't serving you, what isn't helping you grow. It's not a betrayal of others, it's a commitment to yourself. The first way to deal with toxic people is to recognize them for who they are. Recognizing toxicity is the foundation of everything. You don't need a PhD in psychology to understand when someone is draining you. You don't need to spend hours analyzing every conversation or action to see if they're hurting you. You feel it. Your gut tells you when someone is draining your energy, making you feel less than, or constantly throwing negativity your way. It's not always easy to face the truth, but once you can see it, once you know who these people are in your life, you are better prepared to protect yourself. The next step, once you recognize the toxicity, is setting boundaries. Now, I'm not talking about just physical boundaries, though that is part of it. I'm talking about emotional and mental boundaries. Toxic people want to cross those lines. They want to make you feel guilty for standing up for yourself. They want to push your buttons until they've got you in a place where you're questioning yourself, your decisions, and your worth. But here's the thing, you don't owe anyone your peace. Setting boundaries isn't about shutting people out or being unkind. It's about protecting your emotional space. It's about telling someone, I won't let you treat me that way, or I won't allow your negativity to impact me. Boundaries are your shield. They are your armor. And it's your right to protect your mental and emotional well-being. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're being rude or unreasonable by doing so. You have to be firm. You have to be unapologetic. But here's the twist, setting boundaries doesn't always mean that toxic people will respect them. In fact, often they won't. And that's where you have to stand tall. You have to have the courage to walk away when needed. Walking away from negativity, from those who only bring chaos into your life, is one of the most powerful things you can do. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You don't need to justify why you're choosing peace over drama, calm over conflict. Your actions will speak louder than words ever could. Sometimes the most dignified response is to simply walk away and protect your energy. But walking away doesn't always mean cutting someone out completely. Sometimes it's about distancing yourself emotionally or mentally. You can still maintain a relationship with toxic people, but you don't need to let them control how you feel. You can be there for them without allowing them to bring you down. And you can choose not to engage in their negativity. And let me tell you something, there's power in that choice. There's power in deciding that you won't play into the drama, that you won't get caught up in the games, because that's what toxic people do. They thrive on chaos, on drama, on stirring up conflict. Don't give them that satisfaction. Your peace is worth more than their drama. Your life, your mental well-being, your happiness, it's worth more than their toxic behavior. Now, I know in some cases it's not as easy as just walking away or setting boundaries. Sometimes you're forced to engage with toxic people, whether it's a colleague, a family member, or someone you can't just cut out of your life. So how do you handle those situations? How do you maintain your peace when you have to deal with these people on a daily basis? The answer is simple, though not always easy. Stay grounded in your values. Don't let their behavior shape yours. Don't let their negative energy infect your thoughts or actions. If someone is trying to bring you down, remind yourself of who you are, what you stand for, and what you're working toward. Refuse to be dragged into their negative spiral. Stay true to your core, stay true to your purpose, and keep pushing forward. And when you can't avoid them, when you have to engage, remember this, you control the conversation. You don't have to stoop to their level. You don't have to match their bitterness with more bitterness. You can choose to respond with grace, with dignity, with calmness. And when you do that, you disarm them. You show them that their toxicity can't touch you. That's a form of power that can't be taken from you. Another way to handle toxic people is by not internalizing their negativity. See, toxic people have a tendency to make you feel like you're the problem, like you're the one who needs to change, like it's all your fault. And let me tell you something that's not your truth. The negativity they project onto you is theirs to carry, not yours. Don't let them project their issues, insecurities, or unhappiness onto you. You can choose not to accept that burden. I want you to remember this. Just because someone else is unhappy or dissatisfied with their life, it doesn't mean you have to carry that weight for them. You don't have to take responsibility for someone else's unhappiness. You can feel empathy for them, you can care about them, but you don't have to wear their emotional weight. You can separate yourself from it. And finally, one of the most important ways to deal with toxic people is to prioritize self-care. You've got to take care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally. You've got to nurture your mind, your body, your soul. Toxic people will do everything they can to wear you down, to make you feel small, to make you doubt yourself. But the stronger you are inside, the less power they have over you. When you take care of yourself, when you nurture your own well-being, you fortify yourself against their toxicity. Exercise, eat well, get enough sleep, meditate, read, do whatever it is that helps you stay centered and grounded. Do what helps you remember that your life is yours and you are in control of it. The better you take care of yourself, the less impact these toxic people will have on your life. The bottom line is this: you don't have to let toxic people define you. You don't have to let their negativity drag you down. You have the power to set boundaries, to walk away, to stay grounded, to prioritize your own well-being, and to protect your peace. Life is too short to waste on people who don't add value to your journey. It's your time now, and I want you to make it count. Don't let anyone, no matter who they are, take that from you. Rise above, stay strong, and never let the toxicity dim the light inside of you. You've got this. Now go and prove it to yourself.